Hey there, Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. Welcome to day 120 of our BU 365-day challenge to do one thing every day that improves us. This is our final day of our spiritual focus. This part of the framework being spiritual, the things that are important to us with respect to our spirit, our soul, etc. So today we're going to talk about spiritual continuous improvement. Yesterday we talked about having a spiritual personal development plan. And I would say today is the day to commit to picking one thing from that plan and committing to doing it going forward. That's how we put our development, our personal development in any area or aspect of our life on autopilot. Now I was thinking about, okay, well that means that by the end of October or September, we'll have 9 different areas and aspects of our life, meaning 9 things that we're going to do every single day to help automatically move us to the positions we want, to the goals and objectives that we've set for ourselves in each of those areas and aspects of our life. And I thought, well, geez, 9's a lot of things to remember. The human brain, I guess we're really good at remembering 7 different things, which is why I think I did the 7 life framework for so long. But since it's 9 now, how do we make it easy and effortless to do those 9 things absolutely every single day? I do it by making things automatic, making things a routine. And I think I mentioned previously for sure that I combine things to make them more powerful. So for example, if I'm going to add affirmations, and that's going to be the thing that I commit to myself to do every day, I don't just do a spiritual affirmation. I have a physical, a mental, emotional, a spiritual, a financial, a relationship, a contribution, a communication, and a confidence affirmation that I do every morning while I brush my teeth. And that's one way to very easily and effortlessly work toward what you want, putting it on autopilot and just automatically doing it. Now, I don't even remember when I started doing affirmations with teeth brushing, but it's been many years now, probably at least since 2010 or 2011. So it's been a long time, but I've added and changed those affirmations as things change and circumstances alter in my life. And that's how I continually move automatically toward what it is that I want. That's just one example. I also do things, I add things to my morning and my evening routine. I do things and I have alarms set on my phone to remind me to do other things. But if we just commit to picking one thing to move forward with, and then in October, we're going to do some more fun and interesting things that help us to cement the things that we're doing to get what we want even more. So let's just talk about continuous improvement for a couple of minutes. It's one of my favorite things because it is intimately tied to quality management and quality processes and things. And I am a definite process person. I love to look for patterns, look for processes, look for ways to make things better. And I actually do that on a regular basis for everything in my businesses and in my life, because I know that things are changing all the time. And if we're not changing and keeping up with them, we will fall behind or we will start to deteriorate. I found in my life many examples of that when, for example, physically and spiritually as well. If I'm not paying attention to that area and aspect of my life for a period of time, and it's different depending on what else is going on in the world and in my life and what I'm letting influence me, something will happen to get my attention and help me to bring back my focus. So I'm paying at least a part of my attention to that, not all of it. That's not my number one priority, but more than nothing, which is important. So there's 4 steps or 4 principles of continuous improvement. There's 3 pillars of continuous improvement, and there are a whole lot of ways to do different stages and processes. And since we talk about continuous improvement for each area and aspect, each of the 9 things, I'll share at least 9 different tools that you can use for honing in on and creating continuous improvement and automating that so that it's simple and easy and we don't have to think about it every day. We just automatically do it over the course of this challenge. But today let's talk about, well, what are the 3 pillars of continuous improvement? Their direction. We always want to be moving toward what we want. Structure. How do we structure it? How do we set it up so it's easy for us to succeed? And then metrics. How do we know if we're moving toward what it is that we want or not? So those are the 3 pillars of continuous improvement. And again, like everything else, it's up to you to decide, what do those things mean to you? What is your goal or objective for this area and aspect of your life? What do you want spiritually? And not What do you want tomorrow? What do you want ultimately? And that's what we're doing, the little things to move us toward. In Supersize Your Business yesterday, I talked about the different false beliefs that business owners have as they're growing and building and supersizing their business. And one of them is, if I just start out small and add to it, I'll supersize and grow my business someday. It's the same belief that people have about donating their time and energy and money and resources to other people, to charities and things. Oh, when I make X number of dollars a year, then I'll donate to the charities and the causes I care about. But the truth is, the vast majority of people don't. And that's because when they finally work through all the struggles and challenges of getting to that goal they set them for themselves, that then they'll do something, they either never get to that point, or when they do get to that point, things have changed and they feel differently about it, and they end up not contributing in the way that they thought or said that they would in the first place. So it's better to start where you are and move forward. So if I decide I'm going to donate 10 hours a week to a charity or to causes that I care about, I'm going to start doing that right now. I'm not going to wait until some certain point in the future. It's like saying, I'll be happy when this, and this happen. Chances are, by the time those things happen, you'll have forgotten that those were the things that were going to make you happy. So start now, I guess, is my whole point on that. So what are the 4 principles of... There's 4 stages of continuous improvement, and I guarantee I've talked about this tool before. Plan, do, check, act. And I'll save that for next month. If you want more information on that, hit me up. But it's just a very simple 4-step process to get what we want, to create what we want, to continually improve in the different areas and aspects of our life. And I know we've talked about it. I'm not sure which day, but we've definitely talked about it in these 4 months already. And then again, the principles of continuous improvement are: number 1, stop fixing and just focus on starting to improve. So instead of thinking that I've got this problem, I'm not spiritually connected at all, I have to fix it all right now. No, I'm not going to fix it all right now. It's going to be a lifelong journey, like so many other things in our life. I'm going to start doing this small thing right now, and I'm going to do it every day. And as I feel the motivation or the inclination or the intent to do something else to add to that or to change that process to move me toward this big goal that I want, I'm going to do that every day. So don't think you're going to fix everything in one fell swoop. And once you fix that one thing, guess what? Other problems, other things are going to pop up and fill its spot. So then you're always in fixing mode. And that's assuming that something's always wrong and that we're broken. And we're not. We just are what we are. Number 2, the best practices are the ones that you already have. And so build on what you're doing already. We're already brushing our teeth, right? So it's really easy to build onto something that we're already in the habit of doing. Number 3, changing behavior is more important than changing a process or the process of how you do things. So do I perfectly do my affirmations with my teeth brushing every day? No, absolutely not. But it's more important that I'm doing it and changing my behavior based on doing those affirmations than it is on, do I do affirmations perfectly? I don't think there's any way to do anything perfectly. So we're setting ourselves up for failure if we're expecting that we're going to do any process perfectly. And processes are always changing. And finally, number 4, if you aren't messing up, if you aren't making mistakes, if you aren't failing somehow in your spiritual growth and development, you're not trying hard enough, right? If everything is always smooth and you're always perfect, then you're obviously staying in a very tight bubble definition and comfort zone and not growing and improving in that in spiritual area and aspect of your life, or any area or aspect of your life for that matter. So our action item today: pick one thing and commit to going forward with it until you feel the spiritual or soul speaking nudge to do something else or to tweak what you're doing, so that we can guarantee that we're going to move toward that spiritual goal and objective that you have for you in your life. Any questions, hit me up. Otherwise, I will be with you tomorrow, and we are hopping into our next area and aspect and focus of the, let me grab it here, of the life framework. We are going to start talking about financial, which is one of the big 3 and people's favorites. So let's hop into that. And then next month, we will talk about relationships. Usually physical, financial, and relationships are the three big areas that everybody wants to talk about first. But I decided we'd mix it up this year so that we kind of get a break from the biggest, heaviest areas that impact our lives and cause us the most drama and trauma and everything else. All right, have an awesome day, and I will be with you tomorrow.